So where does this all kind of tie in regards to the television universe? I know.
So you're trying to get me in trouble and have me go,
Yes,
it's all connected.
Absolutely.
I think everyone knows that our characters all exist within the MCU, which is a world that has, both Matt Murdock as Daredevil and has Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And has now our newest show, Marvel's Cloak and Dagger. It's a show that takes place in New Orleans, which is a character of its own right in the show. But as you can probably tell, there's not a whole lot of superhero activity in New Orleans. So there might be a mention of something. I think some people have already caught on to some of the imagery that we've used and have said, oh, that's in that, and so that's part of that. And so that's how it all comes together. It doesn't mean that Jessica Jones is suddenly going to come crashing through a wall as though that was something she'd ever do anyway. And what it means is that we all live in the same world, and it's a world that's made better by these two young heroes who are first trying to figure out who they are, and then secondly try to figure out what it is that's happened to them.
There's a big block of rocks and company right in the poster.
There may be that. Yes, that might be something.
Be like the sinister part of like that company.
I can tell you that it is not by accident. It's not just there so that we went, oh look, put a sign up and that'll be it. So yes, it's one of the reasons why we chose New Orleans is it is a city which continually has been forced to be reborn. And so when you think about Katrina, when you think about the accident with the oil rigs, that's just recently. I mean, this is a city that's burned. This is a city that continually is challenged for centuries to stay alive. And that's one of the themes of the show, which is that these two young people are caught up in something that could be life-threatening.
Can you talk a little bit about developing Cloak and Dagger for like Freeform? Is this kind of a good bridge for kids who are a little bit too young to watch things like Jessica Jones and Daredevil?
Look, we try to make shows that everybody finds accessible. Obviously, there is material that is a little bit older skewing, but this absolutely was something that Marvel Television wanted to do. That we looked at our shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which we sort of refer to as our Marvel heroes. Those are the ones that most directly tie into what's happening in the movies. Then when we started doing the shows that appear on Netflix, but they're not limited to those characters, those are really our Marvel street-level heroes. They are heroes that, as we see it, are not necessarily interested in saving the universe, but maybe oftentimes are interested in saving the neighborhood or themselves. And that, for a long time, for us a long time is 2 years, was what the plan was. And we took a look at the growing landscape. We realized that the motion picture division was going to be redoing Spider-Man, where Peter was a high school student. And we thought, how do we, in the television side, get in the young heroes business? How do we find characters that will speak more directly to an audience that might skew younger than the audience that we currently have? And so we developed both Runaways at Hulu and this Cloak and Dagger at Freeform, because they were the right place for us to be. People ask us all the time, how do you decide what shows you're going to do? And oftentimes it's determined by the network that we're talking to and what's the best character. We're very lucky that so many networks want us on their network, but it's not always every character fits everywhere, so let's just go and do that. And we've also been very lucky in that very often it's a one-stop shop. In other words, we didn't go to Freeform and say, here are 5 different characters. We went and we said, Cloak and Dagger is something that we believe in. We believe it's right for the audience that you guys are going after. And to give credit where credit's due, Carrie Burke, who is one of the top executives there, was someone who knew the property and aggressively went after it, and now we have a show.